Hey guys, it's Kira. Sorry that I'm recording this in my car, but I gotta do what I gotta do and get the videos in. And I'm also taking a trip, so I want to make sure that I get some videos scheduled in place. But today I wanted to talk to you about obviously my weekly check-in, but specifically 5 things that you need to do before you consider a fast and while you're fasting. So let's just dive right in. All right, so this is just my own opinion. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a dietitian. It's just me, Kira, and my weight loss journey so far with intermittent fasting. So I want to say the first thing you want to do is do your research. Number one, do your research. You don't want to just jump into something or take the opinion of myself or of other people fasting, because everybody's different. Everybody is different and you might respond differently. So I don't know if intermittent fasting is right for you. Maybe even read some articles. I know that a lot of people refer to Dr. Jung for some intermittent fasting. Some of my other videos, I have some links. I can put them in here again about some good articles that you want to read and find out if intermittent fasting is for you. So that's number one. Number two, regardless of what you're going to start with, whether the 16-hour fasting in the 8-hour feeding window or the 10-hour feeding window and the 14-hour fasting, or even something like a 24-hour fast 1 day a week or a 36-hour fast, whatever type of fasting you decide you need to do, before you fast, try to make sure that you are eating a lot of high protein and high fats. It will keep you full a lot longer so that when you're fasting, you're not going to just suddenly be like really hungry, or you might have a headache, or you're going to crave all this stuff and end up breaking your fast, and then it'll just spiral you down. At least it spirals me down. So I would say that make sure that you plan your meals before you're fasting and right after you're fasting. So like when you go into your feeding window, make sure you have some meals planned so that you don't immediately do what I do sometimes and I just go for pizza, or I go for, I don't know, pasta, because that's my favorite thing. So I would say plan your meals is the biggest thing on number two, and look up some different low carb diets. If you don't want to do a keto diet, there's plenty of recipes. And again, I'll post the link in there for savorytooth.com is one of my places that I find my recipes, low carb recipes. High fat, good proteins, keep you full a lot longer. Carbs, when you fill up on carbs, it doesn't keep you full. And so you'll feel full at first, and then afterwards you'll be like really, really hungry. And that would not be a successful fasting for you. So I would say number two is definitely plan your meals. So we got research, plan your meals. And number three, while you're on your fast, drink plenty of good H2O. This is a 40 ounce. It keeps it cold all day long. So I try to drink at least 3 of these a day. Again, I'm not very successful with it, but I would say drink plenty of water throughout your fasting and after your fasting. Just make a habit of it. Whatever you got to do, bring gallons of water. If you're a soda drinker, this might be really hard for you. If you are not a water drinker like myself and you have to be reminded, there's lots of apps to help you be mindful of your water intake. You can set things on your camera. On your phone, so that you can get alarms for it, just whatever it's going to take. So drink plenty of water during your fasting. That is key to helping you be successful on your fast. And that leads me into number four. Number four is find out, it's part of doing research, but find out what you can and cannot do on breaking fast. I know that a friend of mine that I met through a fasting group, she was talking about bullet coffee, and that's something I'm like, what is bullet coffee? Everybody's talking about bullet coffee. Bullet coffee does break your fast. There is a really great YouTuber who talks about the things that will break your fast, the things that won't break your fast, and then like the gray areas. If I can remember, I'll post his link in down below so that you can check out his video on what does and doesn't break a fast. But I would just make sure you do your research and find out. So some of the basic things: black coffee, straight black coffee. Trust me, it's really hard to do if you're a cream drinker or you put lots of sugar in it. It's something that it's hard to get into, but once you do it and you just kind of get your mindset and it's the caffeine that you want and not the sugar, then your body will get accustomed to it and you'll find that you like it. So I started drinking black coffee because I still need the caffeine. If you don't want to drink coffee and you still want caffeine, the good option is green tea. That's also good as well. So you can have black coffee, green tea, any herbal teas, iced tea without fruits, because you don't want the fruit extract in it. And You can drink water, of course, but also give yourself a break. Like, I know this one post, this guy said that a drop of coffee went into his I'm sorry, a drop of milk went into his coffee, and he was like, is it breaking my fast? And for those that are hardcore fasters, yes, it breaks your fast, but not really, because it's not that big of a deal. It's okay. So give yourself a break, but just be mindful of what you're drinking and what you're doing to break a fast. Anything you consume that has sugars or calories or carbs, yes, it's going to break your fast. The YouTuber that I was talking about earlier, he also talks about apple cider vinegar, which is my favorite drink in the morning because it just helps, and lemon water. He said that that's a gray area because it's like technically apple cider vinegar has 1 calorie, but the benefits that it gives your body kind of outweigh that calorie. And in his opinion, he does not think that it breaks a fast. And he's a trainer, so I would kind of go with him. But those things are definitely, you want to make sure what does and doesn't break a fast, and that's number 4. And the 5th thing that is most important to me while I'm fasting, before I'm fasting, is find support groups. There are so many users, like intermittent fasting people, keto diet, whatever it is. Find support on Facebook, Instagram, whatever your social network is. If you don't do social media like Facebook, there's apps that you can use. One app that I use that tracks my fasting periods and my stats is Vora, V-O-R-A. It's a great Vora fasting app. There's other apps out there, and then they have like news feeds, and you can follow other people and get motivation. But I found it really helpful to join the Facebook intermittent fasting group. There's different kind. You can do just intermittent fasting for women. There's some that are closed. There's some that are open. The favorite one that I found so far is Vora app fasting group. So that's on Facebook. So those are the 5 things. You want to research, you want to drink plenty of water, plan your meals, know what does and doesn't break a fast, and find support. Most important things that you need to do before and after the fast. If you guys have any comments or suggestions, you want me to add more or do another video on intermittent fasting, and specifically my journey on intermittent fasting, let me know. Hit me up below, leave comments, give me a like, and definitely subscribe. I'm going to try to do more videos. I know that, my 13 subscribers aren't really missing me that much, but I'm going to still keep trying to do other videos. And my weight loss check-in this week, in the last week and a half, hasn't been that good because I haven't been disciplined. So I'm still at the 180 and I'm getting stuck, but my next video I'm going to try to talk about a little bit why I'm getting stuck and what I'm going to do to get over it, like a lot of my other videos. But I hope that you enjoyed these things, and yeah, I'll see you guys around.